our worst fears. He's going to have to watch from the sideline, and I'm not sure how long he's going to be out.
And it's got to be an emotional time for him right now. I mean, as a player, you grit your teeth when you get that diagnosis. It's hard to accept, but you have to stay strong mentally.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for Seattle, they've got Iguodala. Ezeli is out there with Green. Then it's Thompson, and it's Curry in at the point. And here's Leonard. After the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Here's Aldridge. From 13 feet, it goes down. Well, LaMarcus Aldridge Clark is bread and butter, that great jump shot of his.
Yeah, that's something that every big man needs at high release. Really tough to get to that shot.
Now, here's Curry. Playing Portland, he was nearly unstoppable. They set the pick. There's the three, and he gets the bucket. Curry's got 6 points.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
It's Parker with the drive, and it's blocked by Curry. And here we go, Thompson heading to the hoop.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
It would have been nice if Tommy blocked it, but he's a
Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against the Rockets in Houston.
And the thing I took away from that one was just how valuable their guys coming off the bench were.
I thought the reserves were the difference in the game, Greg. I mean, a lot of the scoring came from the bench.
Curry with it. He's got 8. In the corner, Iguodala with it. Green kicks to Thompson. Shot clock. Clock at 6. Iguodala dishes to Green. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Fires the three. And another three for Seattle.
Defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Inside, here's Marjanovic. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
Now, here's Curry. Outside, Green. Baseline jumper, and he gets the jumper to drop.
5 of 5 to start the game, and it might be the second quarter before they miss. The way they're knocking these shots down, boy, everything's pure.
Parker passes to Aldridge. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Aldridge has got 5 points so far.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
Parker against Curry. Here's the screen. Outside, Green. On the wing, Thompson. Guarded by Green. Releases. And it's Seattle with another.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
It's not really a surprise at this point, but the Spurs were in the playoffs last year. 18th consecutive appearance.
Yeah, they won.
Draymond,
Man.
You have got to be kidding me.
Clark, talk about taking things into your own hands.
I tell you what, that's one of those plays where you want to get credit for not only the bucket, but also the assist.
Parker drives in. And Aldridge, the basket on the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Curry kicks to Ezeli. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
I'm
And for Festus Ezeli, came in as an extremely raw prospect a couple years back, late first-round draft pick. His minutes were down actually last season, but his production was decidedly up.
Yeah, he went from 44 to 55% on field goals, from 53 to 63% on free throws, a testament to how much effort he's putting into developing that shooting stroke.
Curry against Parker. Curry's shot is good. Curry's got 10 points in the game.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And, you know, going back to Ezeli, impressive physically, 7 foot, 7'6" wingspan, 5% body fat. If his skill set ever catches up with his natural gift, watch out, watch out.
Stolen by Ginobili.
Okay.
Parker outside, fires for three. No good.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one. And a footnote to Ezeli, one of his college administrators raved about his intelligence. He cited Ezeli's broad perspective on world trade, globalization. And I tell you what, if Ezeli keeps improving, he'll soon be a serious benefactor of the economics of American sports.
And Leonard gets it to go.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Parker against Curry. Over in the corner, Green. Back to Curry. Nobody near Barnes. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Barnes has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Parker.
Clamp. No, you got clamp. Clamp.
The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Seattle leads by 11. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And a chance to hear from Tony Parker, who said he lives for the challenge of continuing.
I always try to improve and get better.
And in Tony Parker's case, great is what he wanted to be and has been for a long time.
You know, that's great because that shows pops and why he's one of the best in the game. You got to be able to drive and motivate and also give the confidence. And that's what's happened with Tony Parker. Remember when he first came on the scene, it was not a cakewalk one. He had his struggles, and now we're talking about a guy who's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Seattle.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
On the floor for Seattle, Draymond Green is out there with Maurice Spates. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Thompson in at the 2 spot. And Curry, here we go. And Maurice Spates, the bucket on the assist by Curry. Spates has got his first basket of the night.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder how much can they win by.
Well, it's on the verge of getting out of hand, Greg. You can feel it, you can see it, in part because the defense has been about as good as the offense, and both have been really good.
6 to shoot. Now here's Mills. He's tightly guarded. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And with this break, why don't we check out the hottest shooting point guards over the last month? Number 1, Steph Curry.
And that percentage is what you'd expect to see from your big men. I mean, to get it from a guy who spends most of his time on the perimeter says a lot about his efficiency.
He has been absolutely deadly from the field, and that's because he's just as good at creating his own shots as he is at getting shots for his teammates. He knows how to find the open looks.
Green kicks to Livingston. At the top of the key, Spates. Green against Diaw. Green dishes to Curry. Seattle needs to get off a shot. A three from Barnes. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
Steph Curry does so many things well, Clark, on the floor, but one area he had struggled with was turning the ball over.
Yeah, and after a slow start, Kevin, to the year in the turnover department, Curry was able to slowly right the ship.
San Antonio calls timeout.
And Curry and his turnovers last year, a lot of it might have been getting used to a new system, but you can see he's also tightened up his play to reduce the giveaways.
It's intercepted. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Now, here's Mills. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Oh, man.
Ginobili can't hit.
And, you know, Curry knew turnovers were a problem. How about his mom even instituted a fine on him? And so anytime he has more than 3 in a game, he owes his mom $100 per turnover.
6 on the shot clock. They double-team Curry. Here's Livingston. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 6 assists now in the game. Last game for Seattle, they picked up the W against Portland.
And really the signature of that game was what they were able to do from a defensive standpoint, particularly on the low post.
Yeah, and they were up in the air an awful lot in that paint area, getting their hands on shots, a lot of them, but if they didn't or touch them, they actually changed them.
Wow, just look at that lead. Both ends, they have been the team in control.
Yeah, and they put the fans simply on mute. They've not had anything to cheer about, and they've been silent.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Pass to Spates. Wants to get it to Barnes and does. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Diaw. And the Spurs with some changes. Aldridge comes in for Boris Diaw. And Miller's subbed in for Patty Mills. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Seattle. Iguodala comes in for Green. Barnes with it. West picks him up. And that is good. And it's 8 points for Barnes.
What an incredible run they're on right now. Offense as well as I've ever seen it played.
Every single guy on their team with the absolute Midas magic touch, shooting the lights out here.
Now that's an old school move right there. A good one too, the fadeaway.
Up top, Curry, covered by Miller, Barnes, and it's Seattle with another.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Yeah, he had to pass to some champion.
Outside Leonard. And the 3 off target.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
To the inside. Tries to save it, and that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. While we have the chance, we like to reveal the list of the past month's best fast break teams in the NBA. Number 5, the Spurs.
Yeah, I mean, the fast break is really the focus for both of these clubs. I mean, we've seen them take it up a notch here of late and really playing with a fast tempo.
Thompson, he's checked in for Sean Livingston.
What a pass by the fearless Manu Ginobili. Great teamwork.
Curry outside. And another three for Seattle.
That's his 5th three-pointer of the half. Filling it up.
Aldridge with a screen on Curry. Here's West. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And for David West last season, the thought was he might increase his production with Paul George out, but the opposite happened. West suffered his lowest scoring output in a decade, only 12 points per game on 47% shooting. Rough showing for the former All-Star.
Green, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili. Here's Iguodala, and another basket for Seattle.
Playing smart offensively in the first half, no doubt about it.
Yeah, the numbers support it. I mean, they're shooting the much better percentage from the field so far.
Well, Greg, getting back to West, even though his scoring is down, his playmaking is up. You were talking about that. Clark, 3.5 assists a game last season, by far the highest number of his career.
Yeah, one of the very best pros I've ever been around. He's very smart, he's tough, he's all about team, and, you know, he makes things happen. Impacts winning in a lot of ways, and those assist totals indicate that.
On the wing, Thompson, guarded by Green. And Thompson kicks to Iguodala. Good if it goes. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And that's a big bonus for him to end the quarter as he just beats the buzzer.
That's superb clock management there, maximizing every second of the clock in that situation. Well done.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Seattle ahead, running away with this one. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, what has been the underlying principle of how you and the team have taken the floor tonight?
Communication. Communication doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but in order for us to be a good team, everyone has to be on the same page, and we're doing it tonight.
Andre, thank you. Kevin, one of those intangibles you always look to.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be right back after halftime for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Stop getting tired really quick.
Welcome, everyone. We'll be taking a look back at what was clearly a one-sided first half of action. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He ended up with 19 points, 8 assists, and 2 rebounds. Coming off an outstanding game last time out, it doesn't look like he's lost any of that momentum here tonight. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting team? Shaq, let's get your thoughts on San Antonio.
Well, first of all, Ernie, they were atrocious on the boards. Getting tough on the glass has got to be the first thing they address. There is no way they can come back into the game unless they show more fight in the paint. If not, Ernie, they're going to be barbecue chicken.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
The Spurs shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good.
And it's just hard to imagine the Spurs without Coach Popovich on the sidelines. He's the longest tenured coach in the NBA and has done so much for this team. Easily one of the best coaches in the history of our league.
The always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Green, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play. And Greg, you know, for Popovich being with the Spurs for so long, since 1996, Clark, he is actually the longest tenured coach in all of sports right now.
Amazing, Kevin, and he's done it through winning. I mean, the third fastest coach ever to get to 1,000 wins. You compare his numbers with any coach in any sport, and they stack up as Hall of Fame caliber.
Leonard on the wing.
No way.
Another miss by Leonard.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaking.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
Parker against Curry. Leonard with a screen on Curry. Parker passes to Leonard. Another miss by Leonard.
That's not how you want to kick off the second half with 3 straight misses.
Green against Curry. Here's Iguodala. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
This is a nice third quarter surge here. They've got it going right now.
And a perfect time to get hot, just as we get into the meat of the second half here.
Parker dishes to Green. Picked him clean. And here we go again. Seattle on the break. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
You know, Greg, sometimes you'll see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad, wow.
Green, the screen. Leonard against Thompson. Leonard attacking. Here's Marjanovic, and Thompson sends it back. Tries it from 19, and there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Iguodala. And it's now 23 points for Steph Curry. Spurs have gone 0 of 5 to the start of the second quarter. Extremely cold shooting coming out of the locker room. Just watching Festus Ezeli out of Vanderbilt play. He's got the big body inside, moves pretty fluidly, adroit, good footwork. He's kind of got the whole package.
Yeah, he does. He's a space eater. He's very strong, physically good frame. He's a low down there, and what you said, the fact that he's fairly agile, makes him tough.
Dishes to Green. In the corner, Iguodala with it. Down low, here's Thompson. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. Iguodala's got 3 assists in the game. The Spurs have gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started.
You know, and Ezeli missing a lot of games with various injuries from the knee and ankle a season ago. He can be a quality rebounder and rim protector, but he's got to find a way to stay healthy.
Here's Thompson, and it's Seattle with another.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Definitely. 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
Parker kicks to Aldridge. And he converts the layup. Aldridge has got 9 points.
And Ezeli, originally from Nigeria, picked up the game late. Only played 6 years of organized basketball before going pro. So still developing his hands and offensive skill set, but clearly he's got the tools physically to play.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play. Boris Diaz checked in for San Antonio. Ginobili comes in for Daniel Green. And then for Seattle, Spates checked in for Ezeli. And it's Barnes in for Andre Iguodala. It's Ginobili with the drive. Here's Diaz, and it's blocked by Curry. Out of bounds. Seattle will take possession. 1:44 left to play in the third.
I'm just watching him bring nobody there.
Outside, Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And that's 11 points for Draymond Green.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. and theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
The drive by Aldridge. And, yep, finally drops it, rolling around the rim. Aldridge has got 4 this quarter.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Curry passes to Green. Over in the corner, Barnes. Thompson for 3. And again, Seattle with the triple.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half.
Wow, over.
Parker kicks to Diaw. Steph Curry with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
Sound offensively, really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
Parker kicks to Aldridge. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And for LaMarcus Aldridge, always praised for his terrific shooting, his rebounding, as we know, Greg, has always been fantastic. Over the past 2 seasons, he's averaged double-digit boards.
And that's why so many teams wanted him in this last free agency period. His ability to put points on the board as well as clean the boards. What a deadly combination.
Mills, he's checked in for the Spurs. Here's Spates. And another basket for Seattle.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. A master at it.
Now here's Mills. Defense is right there. Turnaround Jay. Launches it. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a... And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play. Everything. Here's Seattle. They host the Kings after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And on the floor for Seattle here in the fourth, Richardson out there with Looney. Then there's Barbosa. And there's Livingston. And it's Spates in at the center, locking down the middle.
And the Executive of the Year award is an odd one. I mean, given yearly to the executive that was deemed to have had the best year with their roster, that is perhaps the hardest thing to evaluate.
It's Anderson with the drive. Diaw with a wide open look. Seattle grabs the miss. And here is Barbosa. Spates against Diaw. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And for the Executive of the Year award, it's hard to evaluate because for GMs, Clark, it takes years of moves to reach a certain point.
Yeah, it's an annual award, but it's awarded for years of decisions, if that makes any sense. One big signing or trade isn't quite enough to win the award.
And Maurice Spates last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well.
Wow. And now that the shot is good, he'll go to the free throw line.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Greg, you were just talking about Mo Spates. Clark, he has a great mid-range jump shot.
He does, and they actually call him Mo Buckets. But he actually played so well last season, they even threw in Mo VP from time to time.
Anderson up top. Jumper off the screen. Can't get it to go. Seattle goes the other way with it. For 3, Richardson. Good.
There's been a huge discrepancy between these teams in their effectiveness from the three-point line.
It has been pronounced, no doubt about it. Definitely a big factor to this point in the game.
Miller outside. Passes to West. Seattle grabs the miss. Spates has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Richardson, and it's Seattle with another.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
The Spurs have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. And it's Miller penetrating to the paint. And it's Speights with the rebound. Speights has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Barbosa with it, and it's Miller picking him up. Pass to Speights. Barbosa dishes to Livingston. Clock at 6. The 3. And again, Seattle with the triple.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just are not letting up at all.
Now, here is Miller. Tight defense on him. Will it go? And there's West. That good on the assist by Miller. Miller's got 3 assists tonight.
Not sure how he gets that pass off. I thought for sure he was going to pull the trigger.
Speights sets a screen. Barbosa passes to Speights. Here's Looney. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. They get Boris Diaw.
You know, another point of contention between every NBA fan is whether or not the age restriction is a good thing. Some want it increased, others want it gone altogether. You know, for me, it's a matter of whether or not you as a team feel that that player can make an impact on your roster.
Takes it from 10. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Seattle has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Here's Barbosa, and the layup's good off the glass.
What an incredible run they're on right now. Offense as well as I've ever seen it played.
Every single guy on their team with the absolute Midas magic touch, shooting the lights out here.
They set the pick. Now here's Mills, covered by Barbosa. Lets it go with the 3. Here's Marjanovic. Can't cash in from close range.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And it's Miller penetrating. That's good.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one. Did not need 2 hands for that slam.
You know, he can save the other hand for the next time.
One will do just fine.
Yeah, but just to switch it up a little bit.
Here's Marjanovic. 1:30 left here in the fourth quarter. And stolen by Speights.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Seattle.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Curry. He came out and let everyone know that points would be hard to come by with the way he swatted away shots and protected the rim.
Now, here is Miller. D right on him. Kicks to Diaw. Speights with the block. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. Flushes it down to finish the break.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Barbosa kicks to Livingston. Here's Anderson. Here's Mills. Finished off the break.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg. At least they're finally showing some signs of life offensively. Too bad I think it's past the point where it'll do much good.
Barbosa. It's off. So no problem for Seattle as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. As a unit, the team seemed to have a cohesive approach out there. How important was the lift you got from the bench?
Just do it as a team. You know, it's not an individual effort. We're a real deep team this year. We got a lot of guys who would start on some good teams, so we just did it collectively.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. Now we send you to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's standing by in our studio.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry. He had a nice surge to start the second half, hitting his first 3 shots.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
It was a stupendous night for him from long range. Having him out there on the perimeter took a lot of heat off their guys inside, and it gave them room to operate in the paint.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.
I'm gonna see if I can post that to my page. Alright, yeah. I'll see y'all in the next video.